Yeah.
I'm Velma. I'm going to take you through the subtopic of frame structure and function. The frame structure and function. Frame is a type of vascular tissue in plants that transports organic substances such as sugars, amino acids, hormones, and signals throughout the plant. Frame is composed of several types of cells, each with a specific function and structure. The frame consists of cell tubules, elements, companion cells, frame, parenchyma, and fibers. Cell elements, these are the main conducting cells in the frame. They are elongated cells with perforated end walls called cell plates, which allow for the flow of nutrients. The main function is to transport organic nutrients, primarily cellulose, from photosynthetic leaves to other parts of the plant for growth, storage, or energy. Cell elements are specialized cells that lack a nucleus in most organelles at maturity, allowing more space for the transport of solutes. Cell elements are connected by cell plates, which are porous regions that allow the movement of substances between adjacent cells. Companion cells are closely associated with cell tubule elements and provide metabolic support to them. They help in loading and unloading of substances, maintaining and pressure flow with the cell tubule, and ensuring the efficient transport of sugars and other organic nutrients throughout the plasmatic connections. The frame parenchyma. The frame parenchyma cells are specialized plant cells that provide storage for organic nutrients such as sugars and proteins. They also play a role in the lateral transport of nutrients and provide structural support to the frame. Fibers. Frame fibers are long, slender cells that provide mechanical support to the frame tissue. They strengthen the frame and help it withstand the pressures generated during the transport of nutrients. These fibers also contribute to the overall structural integrity of the plants. Function of the frame. The primary function of the frame in plants is that transportation of organic nutrients, practically cellulose and amino acids, from the leaves, where they are produced through photosynthesis, to other parts of the plants such as the roots, fruits, and seeds. This process is called translocation. Translocation occurs through a pressure flow mechanism. Translocation occurs through a pressure flow mechanism, which involves the following steps: loading, transport, and unloading. Absorption of water by roots. Water is drawn into the root hairs by osmosis. Due to presence of dissolved substances in the cell sap of root hairs, the concentration of the cell sap is greater than of the soil. A concentration gradient therefore exists between the sap in the vacuole of the root hair cells and the soil water. This condition exerts a high osmotic pressure thus drawing the water molecules across the cell membranes into the root hair cells. More water drawn into root hair cells dilutes the cell sap, making it less concentrated than that of the adjacent cortex cells of the roots. Due to osmotic gradients, the water moves from the adjacent cells to the next by osmosis. By the same process, water passes through successive cortex cells until it enters the xylem vessels located in the center of the roots. The xylem vessels of the roots that conduct the water up into the xylem vessel of the stem and into the xylem vessel of the leaves. The water continues moving until it is released to the atmosphere by transpiration. This process continues, hence facilitating continuous flow of water from the roots to the leaves, a condition known as transpiration steam. Uptake of water by roots from soil transpiration process. The loss of water by evaporation from the leaves of plants, that is transpiration, is an inevitable accompaniment of photosynthetic absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Water is absorbed from the soil by the roots to make good its transpirational loss. There is thus a flow of water through the plants from the soil to the atmosphere. This is called transpiration steam, and this is focus attention on one part of its stream, namely the flow of water from the soil into and through the roots. The process is as follows. Most plants secure the water and minerals they need from their roots. Water moves from the soil to the roots, stems, and ultimately the leaves. Where transpiration occurs, the roots absorb enough water to compensate from water lost to plants to transpiration. Rapid absorption is aided by root hairs, which extend from epidermal cells, increasing surface area. Roots drawn from the soil because they have lower water potential than the soil. Much of this difference in water potential is an indirect result of transpiration, but roots can also result into difference in water potential by decreasing solute potential. Role of leaves in transport. Transpiration. Leaves help facilitate transpiration, the process by which water is lost from the plant through small openings called stomata. This loss of water creates a pressure gradient that pulls water and dissolved minerals up from the roots through the plant fascicular system. Photosynthesis. Leaves are the primary sites of photosynthesis, where they use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide in water into sugars and oxygen. The products of photosynthesis are transported to other parts of the plant for growth and the nutrient transport. Leaves also transport nutrients such as sugars and other organic compounds from where they are produced during photosynthesis to other parts of the plant where they are needed for growth and energy storage. Gas exchange. Leaves facilitate the exchange of gases, allowing the plant to acquire carbon dioxide needed for photosynthesis and release oxygen produced during the process of photosynthesis. Regulation of water and gas exchange. Through stomata, leaves can control the rate of transpiration and gas exchange, helping the plant conserve water during dry conditions and prevent excessive water loss. Role of the stem. The stem in plants plays a vital role in transport, specifically by facilitating the movement of various substances within the plant. Transport in plants takes place through the fascicular tissues, which is made up of the xylem and the phloem. The phloem is made up of vessels and tracheids, which produce a pipeline for water to move, and is made up of dead cells. The phloem is made up of civil tubules that have live cells, which form a system of tubes that can transport these substances through their sources to the strings. The major function of the stem, including the following: transport of water and minerals. The stem contains xylem, a fascicular tissue that transports water and mineral absorbed by the roots from the soil to other parts of the plant. This process helps maintain the plant's hydration and provides essential nutrients for growth. Transport of organic compounds. The stem also contains phloem, another fascicular tissue responsible for transporting organic compounds such as sugars and nutrients produced in the leaves through photosynthesis. These compounds are distributed to different parts of the plant, including the roots and the developing flowers or fruits. Another point: structural support. The stem provides structural support to the plant, enabling it to stand upright and access sunlight from photosynthesis. This support is crucial for positioning leaves optimally to capture light energy. Storage. Certain plant stems like tubers or rhizomes are modified for storing energy reservoirs, such as starch or sugars. These stored resources can be utilized when needed, practically during periods of growth, dormancy, or when the plant faces diverse environmental conditions. Environmental factors play a significant role in affecting the plant and development of plants. Some key environmental factors include: 1. Light. Light is crucial for photosynthesis, and different plants have varying light requirements. Too much or too little light can impact plant growth. Temperature. Temperature affects the rate of photosynthesis and can influence plant growth and flowering. Extreme temperatures can be detrimental to plants. Water. Adequate water is essential for plants, but overwatering or underwatering can lead to stress and damage. Soil moisture levels are crucial. Soil quality. Soil composition, pH, and nutrient content are critical. The right soil conditions ensure proper root development and nutrient uptake. 5. Air quality. Air pollutants such as smoke and chemicals can harm plants. Proper air circulation is also important for transpiration. Humidity. Some plants require specific humidity levels. Low humidity can lead to water loss through transpiration. Wind can affect plant structure and transpiration. Strong winds may cause damage or water loss. Soil erosion can expose plant roots and impact stability. Plants help prevent soil erosion with their root systems. Another point, pollinators. The presence of pollinators like bees, butterflies are essential for plants for reproduction. The next point, herbivorous and pathogens. Herbivorous and pathogens. Disease-causing organisms can damage plants. Natural and human-induced factors can influence their presence. Altitude affects temperature and oxygen levels, which can limit the type of plants that can thrive at high elevations. Plants have evolved to adapt to their specific environmental conditions, and understanding this factor is crucial for successful gardening, agriculture, and conservation